the Israelis are going to go to the Greece, and in Greece there's a plan that a whole bunch of Palestinians protesters are going to attack them on their tour. And if I find sources, I'm going to post it for you guys as well. That's what's meant to happen tomorrow. Now, you figure for a minute, now wait a minute, like, is that even possible? Yes, it's possible. Like today, okay? Today, if you're a tourist, and you're a tourist who decide to just see for yourself what Israel's like, you would see all the historical places, and today's the day where the temple broke. Okay, sorry to start the stream over because I had echo. I don't know what happened to my phone that it started echoing. So, today's that holiday, and today is the day that the temples kind of crashed, right? And the temples crashed, the Babylons, the Romans destroyed it today. Now tomorrow, when the Israelis go to Greece, they are expected to be attacked by protesters in Greece. Now, people ask me this all the time, how to stop it, is it the religion, blah, blah, blah. No, it all comes from the past, okay? Everybody's like, no, it only specific people existed in the past. Well, then how did you live in different nations, like the oldest nations like Turkey, Iran, Saudi Arabia is also very, very old. You got to read the places. Lebanon, the Christian country, right? Now, here's the tricky part. Jews didn't have a country of their own, which they call Israel today. And these are the nations that were in control. And on top of that, multiple empires came, and then religion rulers came. Everything was a mess in the past. This was the ugly past, okay? Well, the Jews lived all under these people on the Holy Land. Now, to understand today, people need to understand the past. You're not going to get the past. You are not going to understand how the Jews are over there at all. And people are going to look at it like, oh, they're invaders. Oh, they're this. They're not invaders. Let me tell you that much. They're not invaders. It's just people do not want to look in for themselves. And as of tomorrow is a big day. So today is the Jewish holiday, and tomorrow is the big crash. And I'm going to be uploading a video about that how protesters specifically want to attack Israelis in Greece. Could you imagine that? Oh my God. Attack somebody who's a tourist and just attack in Greece? What gives? Have you ever heard of it? I'm just going to pretend I'm going to a place that I don't know. Hi guys, Amos Sharma. Hi Bryce. How you doing, guys? How you doing? I see you all down there. I finally chose the laptop. It's a ASUS. It comes next week, so then I'm going to answer you guys' questions, but I know all my fans' comments. Now get a load of this, guys, if you are listening to me. Keep your eyes on social media. Keep your eyes on any social media page. Tomorrow, Jews are supposed to go in Greece, and some protesters are supposed to attack them in Greece. Any Israeli tourist. Tomorrow's the big day. Today's the day that it is the holiday where the temples have crashed, like the Babylons destroyed the temple and the Romans, so it's pretty hectic back there. Now ask all my fans, if you were a tourist and somebody just trespassed near you, would you really hate that person based on who it is? Anything almost? Oh, thank you, Amos Sharma. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you. I'm just stressed plain right now. I was in a hurry, and I tried to make it quick as possible because my daughter was crying. Always know my daughter's home if I'm a few minutes late for stream, guys. And I'm going to upload a video today about Greece. So I ask you guys who's watching me talk about this, if you were in Greece and you seen violence, would you just sit there and watch, or would you say this? My topic is today, I want everybody's opinion. If you seen a Jew get attacked in Greece, what would you do? That's the local announcement. Tomorrow, they're going to get attacked in Greece. The protesters are going to attack them in Greece. That's the big announcement of Greece. How do you feel? Tourists, coming off a plane to have a good time, and kaboom! You get attacked because you're a Jew. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think that's nonsense or what? Be honest, guys. You get off a plane, you want to go see Greece, but unexpectedly you're going to be attacked because you're a Jew. That's Greece's local announcement. Any Israeli Jew who comes to Greece is going to be attacked tomorrow by the protesters. How silly is that? That's what the globe is becoming like, guys. Nobody. Yes, I heard the news in India too. Right now, Hindus are going through the same thing. Hindus are going through that same process in America. The fact is that a Hindu trespassed someone's house, and I believe it was a white or black Christian, and they literally just said, "Get out of my house! Get out of my house! I'm gonna call the police! Get out of my house! I'm gonna call the police!" You think for a minute, guys, what's going on up here? People are just like losing it. Yes, I see it. Hey, Bird3, beautiful life, very good, enjoy, lovely, very so much. Yes, guys, welcome to Words&Wonder. This is the vision today for everyone. Now, you want to know something funny? When I went to the AMCWC conference, and my own best friend, she was afraid to join me. She was terrified. She's Mexican, but she was terrified to join me in my conference, thinking that people are going to give her the racial hatred. She didn't join me in fear in that conference when I invited to her hotel, everything, but she didn't come with me. She was so terrified because she feels of the racial hatred what's around. Amos Sharma, what's your religion? Hi, I live in America. I'm a Pakistani Muslim, grew up here all my life. I've never seen Pakistan, only like once or twice in my life. All my relatives, family, all grew up in here. And yes, I'm no hideous radical Muslim. Not at all. I'm from here. I know some of Islam history, but I know it based on geography. Not what the mullahs or the Islamic preachers and their stuff teach. None of that. Blah. Oh, Hills Flying Howard. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, this is the announcement, and I want people's honest opinion. Whether you're Jew, Mexican, or Christian, if somebody came to just simply tour your country, would you just attack them for it? That's tomorrow's announcement. Israelis are going to go tour and they're going to get attacked for it in Greece. All because of the Middle East conflict. This is not nonsense, okay? I'm going to tell my friends a true story, okay? It's not nonsense. If you stick away from the violence and the hatred, you understand, okay? I met one Palestinian, just one in my entire life, right? And that man came to my house and fixed my television. And I asked him, how do you feel about the West Bank or the Israelis fighting almost anything? I asked him that directly in my house. And he told me that, no, I don't feel like I'm not a part of it. I'm going to make myself isolated from it. When he's Palestinian, he said, no, I don't want to be a part of it. I want to be isolated completely. I'm like, do you not feel bad what's happening between you and the Israelis? Any side effect? And he's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. He felt isolated. And another thing he told me is that there's a lot of Jews in the West Bank. I'm like, okay, bro, you're good. Okay, no problem. I'm not going to ask you any more questions. I felt, yes, Amosh, that's what happened to me. I met one. And injustice? Okay, look, I'm going to answer that for you, Amosh Sharma. Look, where there's religious or politics problems, there's hate in both directions. But people must remember, how did time start? The exact order. If you're not going to know that exact order, you're going to be stuck debating one another what the world is doing. Like, for example, the oldest religion in the world, Amosh, is Hinduism. So that makes Hindus first. And there was Buddhism and a couple of other religions after that, right? When people talk about religion, but you have to talk about all the religions in the exact order. Can't answer that? No point of fighting. Really, it's not. It's that or not. Same for history. The oldest nations, I said, is Iran, Turkey, Lebanon, and Saudi Arabia, where Islam took birthplace in Saudi Arabia, right? Now, when the Ottoman Empire happened, there were new Arabs who arrived after Muhammad's death. And the Jews lived in all those places. If you study deep into the internet and type a whole bunch of questions that who lived there, you'll find a lot. And nobody taught me this. This is deep digging into the internet. The next question, Hills of the Line. Where we believe the Hinduism, we follow Hinduism. And Amos Sharma, you got a question for me? You go right ahead. Ask me in this stream. What's your question? Share. I'm going to answer it. What's your question? let's see, guys, what the question Amosh has for me. Bring it on. So, you see, before 1948, all these wars, all these empires, all these things, yada, 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 people killing each other in religion, people killing each other for something else. And Judaism didn't have that type of power, okay? It was always Christianity, Islam, and days of the Roman and Babylon Empire, they ruled, okay? That's why the third temple could never be successful, because of all this power. That's how it started. Talking about religion and dividing people is what politicians do. Correct, Anu Sharma. That is right. Politicians run the country their way. They don't run it based on how religions actually say. They run it based on their methods because they get paid for it. They make money off of it and they get paid for it. If they're not going to do the assignment, they're going to get paid for it. It's going to make them mad. That's where their way of cash. Nations pay them to do certain assignments. Okay, now next question. Hills of the Lion. Are you from Pakistan or following? I'm from America. I'll name the school that I went to for Islam. It was in Loudonville, New York, a small, like a cottage area, right? And there was like a gold dome mosque over there in Loudonville, New York. That's where I took my Islam studies. And I'll even name who was my teacher. Her name is Sister Huma. Sister Huma, and that's where I first met some Islamic girls who actually unexpectedly I met later throughout the years in my school. That's how I met him. And yeah, I didn't take my Islamic teachings from Pakistan. Because here, the first religion that arrived in America was Christianity, then it was Judaism, and last it was Islam, a little bit after the 16th century. So it's been here. Any American Muslim's going to take the religious ethics too. Yeah. Okay, why are there so many gods in Hinduism? Okay, so I had a friend who I bought in my last stream. If you want, I can bring this Gabriel Jones, I can bring him again, and he can answer this question for you. He is Hindu. Hinduism is a very old religion and long ideologies to it that I can answer this question perfectly. So that's one topic. One day I'll bring him back again. And if you are on here, specifically related to Hinduism. Next question, Amo Sharma. Because they are not sure whose their father is. No, you got to be a Hindu to answer that question. Hinduism has a lot of ideology and terminology comes from the past. Now, today's society, people are attacking Jews saying, oh, you're a Zionist, get away from me. You're a Zionist, get away from me. You're a Zionist, get away from me. That's it. No, hi, hello, just you're a Zionist, get away from me without having to think for a minute. Wait. Why, other than the religious ideology, why do they need that state? And I said that because they lived under empires. They didn't have a home. They lived under the Muslim Empire, which was the Islam Empire, the Christianity Empire, the Roman Empire, the Babylon, Byzantines, and all these other empires. And now today's society, oh, you're a Jew, get away from me. That's all people look at. That's all people look at. And that's exactly how it is. Any place if an Israeli settler enters, that's how people see him as, you're an Israeli Jew, get away from me. That's how the world is today. They're not thinking of the past. So that state is there because if it's who is going to keep the Jews? I'm going to just leave it at that. If that state of Israel is removed, who's going to take responsibility for Jews? Anyone? Any country? Anyone? Next question. I'm new here, so what is your religion? Hey, Gabrielle Jones. Yes, my religion, I'm a Pakistani American Muslim. I'm born here. I went to Avon Park, New York. I went to Islamic school in New York. Okay, I didn't take this. I learned about Jews. I learned about Christians in Islam. I didn't learn this radical ideology from the Middle East. Believe me, people ask me this all the time. But you know some, why don't you work? Because I'm not one of them. I'm not Middle East culture Muslim. I spoke to one of them actually. Here's the funny part. I spoke to them and they cursed me out. That's my response. Your topic today, that's your country did to India. No, that was last week. I had a friend. That was last week. That's not this week. That was last week when I bought my friend Arun from India. And he was explaining that how Christians and Hindus are getting attacked with one another in India currently. That was last week. That's not today. Today's topic is Greece. I recommend, I'm going to upload a video today about Greece. that how my friend from Israel told me that anybody who's a tourist who's going to go to Greece, they're going to be facing severe anti-Semitism because the Greece citizens do not feel comfortable inviting Israeli settlers when they're just tourists. Ordinary person, you're touring, you get your bag, you just view the place, that's all they're going to do. But since they're Israeli, and now that's the logo today, you're a Zionist Jew, get away from me. That's all they see it as. That's all they see it as. And they're going to be attacked tomorrow by protesters, maybe be safe. Now, my advice to people in this atmosphere, if you were someone in Greece and you lived there, would you just say, like, okay, let them be attacked, or be like, hey, now, take it easy, man. Let the poor guy or girl in. Would you do those things? I want to hear your honest opinion based on what's about to happen tomorrow in Greece. That Israeli tourists, they go there, yes, they're going to face anti-Semitism because Greece is too. Yes, Amos Sharma, are you married? At what age do you have kids? I had a baby after like 9 years, man. Like, my life was fun. But when my mom got sick after tumor, that's when I had my baby. She's my only one. But that's today's topic. I want to know honest opinion about Greece tomorrow, which I'm going to be making a video. If you had friends and you live someone in Greece, would you just attack them because they're from Israel? I know this is around for almost 2 years now. It's becoming hectic. But I want your honest opinions, my viewers. Would you let it happen? What would you do if you lived in Greece? You seen an Israeli settler come down. What would your reaction be? Would you let it get punched? Would you let it take the slap? Would you let it be hated? Would you just sit there and just stare at the screen and be like, this would be your reaction, like, this is happening in my country, a tourist comes from Israel, and punch him, slap him because it's a Jew. Hello, today's society. That's how it is. It's sad and terrible. But you guys have 30 or 40 children. Where are your 29 children to give birth, sister? I don't have freaking 29 children. I only have one. Forgive me, I'm never going to have another one. That one is more than enough for me. Please. So that is today's topic. And I wanted to talk about, I'm going to upload a video later. And now, if somebody, even though Greece is in good terms with the state of Israel, but like I said, people are not learning this part, whether it's Greece or the UK. If your government is going to allow certain things and you're a democracy country and you have your own rules, things are not always going to work 100% the same way. And Greece is one of those countries too. So when Israeli settlers come down, good luck to you. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck to you, because there's protests being arranged tomorrow for them as they stop by. And they're going to be facing anti-Semitism. Next question. Don't say to your husband otherwise. Funny comment, man. Funny comment. I'm going from here. He don't say nothing. He don't say nothing. As long as I don't do anything crazy, then it's cool, which I haven't so far. He knows that, so it's good. So that was my topic today, and I want to hear my viewers' questions. Like, if you were in Greece and it happened in America to Hindus, loud and clear, I'm going to deport you. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to call the police on you. I'm going to call security on you because it's a Hindu. And now suddenly America's not getting along with Hindus, so we treat people like this. That's Greece tomorrow, man. A new chapter of Greece. Now, how many Israeli settlers are going to be facing anti-Semitism? I don't know, based on how many are going. But that's the big announcement for tomorrow in Greece. And I say with pride that if you see people and you don't know history, go by history. Don't go by what you're seeing up front, because history will clear everything. And I said one simple answer. One simple answer. If that state's not there, then the Jews would be living under us as they have for decades. So if that state's not there, who's going to take responsibility? Name one country that's going to accept religion their way, their rules, almost anything. One country around the globe. One. That's why that state's there, and the world has this unusual look that it's hard to erase. Now people are going to ask me, what about the Palestinians? Let me tell you something, okay? The Palestinians' history is complicated. They're exiled mixed Arabs who came from different regions, right? So when they went to Jordan, they got kicked out again because they couldn't follow the rules. Then they went to Kuwait, they got kicked out again because they couldn't follow the rules. And I believe it was Iraq, when Iraq came after the Ottoman Empire war. They got kicked out of Iraq because they couldn't follow the rules. They're mixed people. Their society is ruled by politicians. They don't have a say of their own. Maybe some of them are learning now. Like 20 or 40 years later, they're learning now. But that's their society. Until they fight their government, there is no cure for them. And that's what I'm saying. Whether it's Greece, UK, or anywhere in the world, America, don't go by what you're seeing up front. Don't follow it. Have your own method. If somebody comes down a plane to tour your country just to look at it, would you just slap it, punch it because it's a Jew? Have you heard this philosophy before, guys? Would you just do that? Versus what the media says. Okay, I understand it's a war. They killed them. Palestinians attacked in a war. But we really welcome this atmosphere into our own countries? That's the tricky question. And that's going to be Greece tomorrow that I'm going to make a video of today. If you have friends, you have family, would you allow to watch anti-Semitism in your country for a newcomer? I have heard that that's what Pakistanis do. Yeah, Pakistanis. Yeah, Pakistan Zindabad. Pakistan is a messed up. Even though I'm Pakistani, there's certain things I support and there's certain things I do not support. The things that I'm okay with, as long as people don't push people around, like force them to extremism or convert to extremism, I'm okay with that. The things that I'm not okay with is the government. I hate the government. I watched it change. It was okay maybe in the early fight after India when Musharraf ran, Benazir Bhutto ran. It was good before the Taliban war. But after that, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. They and you are with the same mentality. I know they kill people. I don't support the killing. You kidding me? I hate their government. What nonsense do they do? I'm against that completely. I must have said this many times already with my Hindu friends. They need to focus on the country. They need to stop focus on what the outside world's doing. They need to focus on the country. But they don't do that. Do they? Right? Any more questions? Any more questions? And I'm going to be uploading a video about Greece today and how the Jews are going to be facing anti-Semitism. That is the tomorrow starting. How did I enter America? I was born here. My parents moved here in the 1980s. I was born in 1987. And unexpectedly, that's the birth of Hamas, 1987. I was born in 1987. Any other questions? Any? Before I get deep into Greece. Now, Greece has been in really good relationship with all the nations, including Israel. Israeli settlers were never banned in Greece. It's been in good relationship of all. Yeah, I'm born in 1987, the year that Hamas carnated. Unfortunately, that's me. I'm born in the year that Hamas came. You look a lot younger. Yeah, no. I am 38 years old, and I'm born in the year that Hamas was created, 1987. So, like I said, Greece may be good. I'm not 20. I'm 38. Thank you, though. I'm 38. So, Greece is in good terms with Israel. It never warred Israel, nothing. However, as of now, tomorrow when settlers come down, there's going to be a new chapter of anti-Semitism welcoming in Greece for them. I don't want to say that on YouTube. Maybe if you join my Discord community, which I'll be posting from YouTube later when I get my laptop next week. I ordered a ASOS. Then I'll be sharing the Discord link, and then you can ask me questions in person in my VC room, and I'll reveal my name, but not here. See, no one's watching our own Let's Talk. No, they're gonna watch. It's because that was my topic today about Greece, and I said what I need today. I'm not gonna make my stream too long because I also need to make a video about Greece. That's the whole point. My announcement today on stream that if you're someone from Greece and if you welcome Israeli settlers, would you really just let them get attacked tomorrow? That's my whole point of the stream. That is the announcement for tomorrow. Don't upload the stream. Oh no, I'm gonna upload it. That is the announcement, because my Israeli friends said it, that it is officially announced that the Jews are going to be facing anti-Semitism in Greece, and how Greece is making a big protest against the settlers who will be visiting them. And there's going to be a protest in Greece towards Israel and bombing towards Gaza. That's the announcement. Greece never did that, but it is going to do it now. Oh, they do. I've been doing this work for 1.5 years. Yes, you could say, since I have a family to take care of. I take care of my family. I do journalist work for AMMWC. I look up sources. I post that too. So, and I run like 4 content pages, right? So coming here, I just started YouTube like this year, and it's not that simple to maintain YouTube and that, but I try. Plus, I recently, my computer that I had, the MacBook, it just crashed, so now I'm ordering a new one, which is an ASUS. So from there, I'm going to be doing stream longer compared to my telephone. So that's the stream today, guys. And mark my word, I'm going to be starting call-in soon, and I'm going to bring my Israeli friend maybe sometime next week. He was supposed to come in this week, my Israeli friend. His name is Doron. He was supposed to come here and do a streaming with me regarding Israel and the Temple Mount, that how the media shows the Temple Mount is attacking Aqsa, but historically it does not work like that. But he had the event to attend today. The event today in Israel is when the 2 temples got attacked, and that's why the entire place is filled with stuff today. So I'm going to be bringing him next week. Till today, be prepared. I'm going to upload a video regarding Greece. And if you're an Israeli settler, good luck to you tomorrow if you're traveling. That's my message on the stream. It's confirmed that Greece is going to welcome Israeli settlers, but there's going to be protests against them. And they're going to be facing anti-Semitism. Arab countries didn't do that. Greece is going to do that. Take care, guys. Any more questions? I'm judging by your views. Never mind. Oh, man. Amush. Everybody does that. I'm a mixed culture person. I grew up with the Aga Khani Muslims who have a different culture than me. I grew up with Mexicans, Christians from New York, and Muslims from Texas who have a different culture, Muslims from New York who have a different culture, and Jews I got to know when I was a little bit, older. So, but I grew up with a whole bunch of different people that's why my mentality is like that. Any more questions before I close the stream? And I'm going to get ready to make a video later. All right, guys, be prepared. Be prepared. This is the message, and it's real. Greece is no war with Israel, but as of today, if you're someone who's getting ready to travel and you see Israeli settlers come to Greece, the question is, would you let them get attacked? And I'll leave it right there. That was my message today, that Greece is going to do protest against Israeli settlers, and they're going to be facing anti-Semitism. That's a first out of history. It's tomorrow, Sunday, the 10th. Take care, guys. I'm going to close out. That was my stream today, to make people understand that if you don't want your country to look bad, fight the hate, say what you got to say. Even if you're a non-Jew, stop it anyway, because that's ruining your country reputation. Show your country about love. Show who you are. Whether it's a Jew or a non-Jew, show love anyway. Nobody deserves to be beaten just because of something that's happening back there, or without having to understand history itself. So if you see people, whether it's a Hindu or a Jew, and you know it feels wrong, stop the hate. Stop the person who's attacking it and forbid them to attack and let them enjoy their trip. Don't encourage it.